What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it without wasting any time at all. So here it is, Tuesday. Right now we are sitting at about $92,500, and there's a couple of things I want to go over in the charts that I noticed right away. Okay, so first and foremost, with yesterday's close, that was the lowest close that we've seen since November 26th here, right? That was the second lowest close that we've had throughout this whole range, but that was the lowest close we've seen since that day there, okay? That was also the most volume that we saw since the 20th of December, right? So it is the 31st now. That was the 30th yesterday. So about, in just over a week and a half, that was the most volume we saw too, on a day that seemed to be breaking this area of support that we've been holding, right? And I slanted that to the downside. I didn't mean to. I'm trying to draw it straight, but essentially picking up volume as we're slipping down, that's not a good thing, right? That would imply that we might break this area to the downside. And if we do break it to the downside, there's some key areas of support that we have to identify, right? If we look and we use our eyes here on a daily basis, we had a closing high right here at that day, which is at about 91K, which we kind of found support right in that area. That was an area that we found support at here before, and it is very possible that we could find support there again. So today, tomorrow, who knows, but it's possible that we might drop and only go that low, okay? It's also possible that we could go, potentially here, the very end of this kind of eruptive move that we had on this daily high close there at about 88.7K, or maybe even down to the low close here in this area, which would be at about 87.3K. And then again, of course, the very low of this area as a whole would be about 85K. So we've got an established range of anything between about 85,000 to 91,000 with more, let's say, a more condensed area around this 87 to 89K area. Okay, so now that we have that established, let's look, and maybe we can leave those up. That's going to be a lot of noise if we leave those up. We'll leave them up for now, but I want to look at the fibs. Okay, so from a low to a high here, you see all the noise that I'm talking about now, besides my cat meowing in the background, if you can hear that. The 1272 here is kind of in between this top area. The 1414 comes in line pretty well with this area here, which we based off of the daily high close. The 1618 comes in line very well here, which we based off the daily low close. And then you have your 200, 1886 level lining up with the low here. So to me, just looking at this based off of any kind of congruence or similarities in the price action to the fib extensions, to me it would make more sense that we do not find support above 90K, but that we likely find support around 89K or lower. So with the new given range, I would really like to refine it down to about 89 to $85,000, somewhere in that area, with a more specific area in mind of 90K to 87K, something, or probably, sorry, I should say 89 to 87K as the more specific area. Okay. Again, that's kind of what I'm expecting based off of what happened yesterday. Some people, and I've gotten some comments already today talking about how I've changed my mind, and that's kind of that's the point of things sometimes, guys, with TA, is that you can see things one day that make you think, oh, we found our low, we're ready to move up higher, and then all it takes is one day to kind of invalidate that or give a different look and make things seem a bit different. I do want to say that even though I am predicting that we could move lower, and I am expecting lower prices as of now, at any moment, this is crypto, this is a crypto bull cycle, at any moment, guys, we could be through the roof. You never know when some kind of catalyst can come into play that just sets us off to the next target higher. So I am calling for a move down for Bitcoin, probably around, if I really had to guess, probably around 89 to 87K, which from the current price at about 92,500. Hey, buddy, be quiet. Okay, I'm making a video. That would be about 4 to 6% down. Okay, something like that, with a maximum potential drop, I would think, of about 8% down from its current price. So it's nothing extreme. It would be a higher low overall, and if and when that does happen, likely from there, probably by the end of this week here, we'd find that low, and then going into the second week of January, going into the middle and the end of January, we'll probably recover. I would expect that by the end of January, we're still in good shape to see Bitcoin at 120 to 140,000. Being that we've moved down a little bit lower now, being that things haven't really moved up in the time that we've expected them to move up. I think it's more acceptable now to consider the 120 target instead of the $140,000 target. 143 is still on the table, but I do like, and especially if we go lower, you know, these targets will change. But I do like that 130 to 126 area, 120 being the minimum. So I definitely do think that we'll get there by the end of January. It's just not my expectation that we would close too much higher than that as of now, just with what we have in front of us. It's completely possible. Who knows? January could close above 160K. You never know, but I doubt it, right? I doubt that we see that much growth in that short of amount of time, especially with the idea that we probably move down here, maybe not that low, but something in this area, probably over the coming days, over the next 3 to 5 days, and then we recover a little bit, and then it'll probably be sometime in the middle of January itself that we really start rocking and rolling, right? So, you know, it's probably going to be 2 weeks before we're even back above, and I shouldn't say 2 weeks, but like a week and a half or more probably before we're back above 100K, right? With what's transpired over the last 24 hours. So I just wanted to make this video to let you guys know that things have changed. The expectation is different now based on what we're seeing in the charts. It would make sense that we do go lower from this relative high here to this relative low. You rejected your 0.5, you're back below your 236, back below your 0.069, and you're seeing newer lows relative to that. That all happened yesterday. So definitely expecting that we see lower prices in comparison to this. The targets, again, more specifically based off of this fib here, the minimum target would be, in my expectation, 89K, with the maximum target being about 85K. A specific area in mind of $87,500 to $89,000. You're at $92,500 now. I expect that move to happen over the next 5 days or so by the end of this week, and then from there we can start recovering, right? Maybe we move down this week, recover a little bit in the beginning of next week, or move sideways next week, and then the following week we start to move up again, and then the end of January we really start to break out and explode higher. But that's all I got for you guys. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. Bye.